Hello everyone, and you're very welcome along to this screencast. Today I'm going to show you how to submit a runnable jar file with source that also includes certain other items like a report in PDF or expected outputs, for example. This is a common requirement in some of the courses that I teach, and this screencast will help you to submit a fully compliant file. I'm assuming that you're using the NetBeans IDE, although it's very similar if you're using Eclipse or if you're using another IDE of your choice. And also I'm assuming that you're using a Mac, but NetBeans behaves exactly the same on Linux and Windows, for example, as well. So let's assume we have our project, and in this case I'm going to use the example of a very quick travel planning application that I've made. And what we're asked to do is that we're asked to package that as a runnable jar that includes source and also includes a very short report that we've written in Word on it. You'll see that that report is extremely short. It's not going to get us very many marks, but it'll give us an example. So this report is saved as a PDF, and we'll see that again later. So back to our project then. NetBeans actually creates a runnable jar file for us every time we clean and build. And if we flip over to the Files folder, find our project, look under the dist folder, we'll actually see that the runnable jar file is there. If we want to get at that runnable jar file, we can actually just right click it, go to Tools and find Show in Finder or Show in Explorer on Windows, and we'll find our runnable jar file there. In fact, our runnable jar file can usually be double clicked to make it start automatically. So in most of the examples that or assignments that I put up, I require that you submit the source as well as the class files. So to do that, we need to make a little adjustment to how NetBeans generates its runnable jar files. We go to Properties and go to Packaging, and we just make two very quick changes here. The first is that we remove the exclude patterns for Java files and for the GUI form builder files. This means that whoever's marking your report can see or your assignment can see your code and can give you full credit for what you have got working in it. In addition, it's a good idea to turn on compressed jar file. This will just mean that it'll upload faster to Moodle or Blackboard or Saki or whatever your institution is using. Press OK. And then if you go to clean and build, your jar files will now be built to include source as well. The next thing is how we incorporate something like a report or perhaps a picture or a screenshot or even a screencast. I always require that these are put into a Java package with a specified name. Let's say, for example, here it's called extras, although you need to check the assignment to make sure of the correct name to use here. In the extras package then, that just corresponds to creating a new folder. We can flip over into our source file, find the folder, and we can add anything to it. The way we do that is to right click it, go to Tools and reveal it in the Finder. We can then drag in anything we like. So for example, we might get our report here in Word, save it as a PDF, very important, and drag our PDF from the desktop into the folder. This corresponds to the package, so it means that when we rebuild our jar file, whatever we've put in that extras folder will get included as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this screencast. You now have a fully compliant jar file that will make sure when you submit it that you'll absolutely maximize your mark and everything will be where it should be. Okay, so bye for now.